Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 11th episode of the College Chess Podcast. My name is Joe, and I'm joined by my fellow coworkers, Max and Mauricio. And we have a very special guest here today, Nagaprasad from Duke University. Naga, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, sure. So I'm the official chess.com ambassador for Duke University. And I founded the club back in 2020. Yeah, I'm graduating in May, and the club will be passed on to a new set of leaders.
Damn, RIP. RIP Naga.
Wait,
Oh
how's
man,
the
wait.
club gonna run without you?
We'll see. I mean,
Not sure yet.
I think it's gonna be okay. So like one of the things was I was probably running the club maybe 90% on my own for the last around 2 years. And I've replaced myself with other people. So now there's 10 people running the club instead of one. So I think that it'll be okay. But and
Wow.
also or go ahead.
No, you finish.
The other thing is we found a new faculty advisor recently. He founded Bay Area Chess. His name is Salman Azhar. He's actually a professor at Duke. And he's actually the one who pitched the idea of us hosting the U.S. Amateur Team South later this year in April. So
Wow.
Yeah, it's awesome. Could you talk a bit more about that? I know you just
Yeah.
recently posted on the Discord.
Yeah, so the Duke University Chess Club like started its USCF affiliate earlier this year, and we've hosted maybe 3-4 tournaments that are pretty small scale. Of course, Bay Area Chess is a big powerhouse, and with their backing, as well as Salman's, vouch for our professionalism, USCF agreed to accept our bid to host the tournament this year. And it's going to happen in Durham Convention Center, April 7th through the 9th, 2023. Yeah, anyone who's welcome can come. Yeah.
You know how many
You
teams
have to be from that area.
No, anyone can come.
You can be from like California and come to amateur team East.
Yes.
Yeah, in fact, actually, one of the teams that's already sort of confirmed that they're going to come is Cal State Northridge. So
Awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, what if they win it?
I mean, anything can happen.
Dude, could you imagine? I mean, okay, that makes me think, could in theory one team compete in all 4 US amateur team events?
Yeah.
Depending on
But there
the
would be no
scheduling?
benefit to doing that, because if you already win, I mean, okay, I guess if you didn't win the other ones, then sure. But
What if you win all 4?
Yeah, that'd be weird.
Wait, what do you get for winning?
So US amateur team is like a USCF event that happens in 4 different regions of the US, typically around the same time of the year, and then the winner of each region gets to compete in like a Final Four kind of thing.
I think they would just pick the next
yeah,
like eligible person.
Yeah,
but like no one's
be
crazy enough to...
Who's gonna do that? Yeah.
Yeah, because there's no money prizes, right? So it's just like trophies.
So
why would
actually,
you...
I don't know. It'd be funny if Cal State Northridge, like I'm assuming they didn't compete in US Amateur Team West, right?
I'm not sure. When I talked to their ambassador, they were like, "We just want to play. We don't care where."
Yeah, they want to travel as well. I think they got the funding for it, so they're like spending it, which is like, that's cool.
That's definitely cool.
There's also a tournament in Salt Lake City that's coming up at University of Utah that's just for colleges. So I'm expecting them to go to that as well. It's later this month.
Cool, yeah.
But yeah, Naga, that's really cool that you're hosting US Amateur Team South, and that you have this awesome opportunity working with the founder of the Bay Area Chess. That I didn't know he was a professor.
Can I say one other thing?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So we're also looking to expand our horizons, and we're going to bid to host the US Junior Open next year, I think. And this is kind of early, but I'll say that our intention is to host Pan Am's in 2025.
That's amazing.
Dang.
So what's like gotten into like the chess club at Duke You know, like why you guys why is it important for the club to host so many tournaments and events?
Yeah, so I think we're looking at this as a great opportunity to bolster our reputation in the chess community, and we've already started to see the results. So after January's Pan Ams, we had some people from Europe contact us who had already applied to Duke and who were titled and wanted to hear more about the club. So we've been sort of doing recruiting type events virtually with players from all over the world already, and that's without any scholarship offers. So as we increase funding and are able to provide scholarships, we'd like to be in a spot where everybody knows who we are. So recently we updated our website and it's quite extensive now. We've also been very actively searching for new sponsors. So the funding streams have been very good, and they have great potential to grow as well. So the club's in a very good spot right now.
So
What's
I
the
gotta ask,
club?
dude. So the club was started in 2020,
Yeah,
and you're already like, we want to have, scholarship title players. We have sponsorship. Well, I got two questions. The first one is, why was there no club before? It feels like you guys had a base already at the university. And then the other one is, how did you manage to skyrocket it that quickly to, there's a lot of people in the ambassador program with small clubs that are like, it's hard to find people, it's hard to get funding. How'd you do that really?
yeah. So a couple of things. So first of all, when I came to Duke in 2019, there was like a booth at our club fair for chess, but it was managed by someone else because the person who was actually running chess was like abroad somewhere or something. And so the club really hadn't had a leadership group for a while. And I think the last established club had maybe died in like 2016 or 17. And that team was very strong. That team had also done very well at Pan Am's. I think it had International Master Casa Corley. It was a very strong team.
Oh yeah.
So there have been editions of the Duke Chess Club in the past. In fact, our primary sponsor, Logan Allen, started one of the first clubs at Duke in the 90s. So there have been various iterations of the chess club that have been started and died. My goal this time is that it won't die, and I think I'm setting up enough stuff that it won't. But back to the skyrocketing. So we started, I think like spring 2020 is when we got the charter. So basically, stuff started in summer of 2020, and that was like in the midst of COVID. So it was also right after Queen's Gambit. So we got a lot of members from that. We had a lot of online events throughout that entire academic year, and that really kept, I think, the university interested, or at least some of the university interested. And yeah, so even before that, I think my first year we didn't have an established club, so I was just running the chess club basically from my dorm room. So that was basically where it started. And then my junior year, a lot more stuff started to happen. So it was kind of really just out of luck. I had been updating my LinkedIn profile for other stuff, and people started to reach out to me on LinkedIn about various things. So first of all, this sponsor I'm telling you about, who's from Finn Capital in Silicon Valley, reached out to me and was like, "Hey, I'm a Duke alum and I'm interested in helping out the Duke Chess Club." So that's where that started. And also our coach,
Nice.
I am Bregdaze, also reached out to me via LinkedIn and Facebook, and that's how that got started. So, yeah, I mean, a lot of stuff just fell correctly in terms of
Update your LinkedIn is
Yeah.
a good lesson.
there was a lot of things going. I mean, it wasn't just that one person in terms of coaching. We interviewed several candidates, including a few GMs. So there was a lot of things going on, and I think the biggest thing is, unlike some of the other smaller schools, Duke is very much a sleeping giant. There are a lot of people at Duke who have played chess in the past very well. Probably, at least 20 or 30 players who were not involved in the chess club at all, who were already over 2000 USCF at some point, but had just given up on chess. So there's a lot of potential here if there's good structure. So I think the biggest thing has been getting people to invest the time to get back into chess, because it's definitely a time investment. If you haven't, really worked with chess at all for, I don't know, 8-10 years, it takes a long time to get back. But yeah, I mean, our mailing list has something like 400 people. So there's a lot of
Does
honestly.
the university, does Duke help you guys? How much does Duke help you guys, the university itself? Or are you doing it all on your own?
So, the university doesn't help a whole lot. I think they could definitely do a lot more. We one of the big challenges was convincing the club to actually allow us to be a club. So that was a big hiccup all throughout my freshman year and the start of my sophomore year, was just convincing Duke that we weren't going to be another one of those clubs that started and died, because that had been a big theme amongst chess clubs in the past. And in terms of funding, I mean, they're they're not really giving too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're a sleeping giant in the chess way, not in the they're giving away money way.
Yeah, yeah, not the money.
Well, you guys talked about online events keeping the club afloat during the pandemic, and another source of funding for your club maybe is through your earnings in the Collegiate Chess League. Did you guys compete in that first year?
Uh, when was the first year?
Did you join? Well, the first year was 2020,
Um,
but
I I know that I don't think we competed in season one. I think we
yeah,
competed season two
yeah,
through
I think you
four.
joined the second season.
Yeah, but definitely, yeah, Collegiate Chess League has been a great help in terms of extra money. And we've been fortunate enough to have the sort of club where we have lots of good players at every level. So
Mhm.
that's been sort of the story of our success, because I think, you've seen how all the Duke teams are normally very competitive in all the divisions, which is quite odd when you have like, five or six teams.
Yeah.
This year we only have four, but yeah.
Well, I know that last season, well, last team season, UTRGV won, and they got a lot of the headlines right in Division One, and they won the $5,000 first place prize. But not as many people know Duke. I believe you guys won D2,
Yep.
and you also had the second most amount of cash prizes out of all the other schools,
Yeah.
just behind UTRGV, who won first.
hmm
So, how much does that actually help? Like, does that help you guys fund for like Pan Ams, or what else do you do with that money?
Yeah, it absolutely helps. So, this last year we were operating on, obviously a much better budget than in the past, but still, Pan Am's is expensive. So I would say that money was definitely very useful. I think without it, we wouldn't have been able to do some of the stuff we've done since Pan Am's. Like, we also sent a team to the Charlotte Open and also some other local tournaments. So just providing stipends for people to play local tournaments outside of Pan Am's definitely helped with that. And we're definitely counting on that for next year's budget as well. So hopefully it goes well.
Awesome.
That's performance based, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a bit harder to confirm.
I'm a bit worried
How,
though about our A team in Division Two. They're not looking too great right now, but yeah.
it's a bye week this weekend, right? So they got time to practice, do some
Yeah.
puzzles.
Well, I mean, it's spring break. I don't know how much practicing is going to be.
That's fair.
I guess it's good
That's fair.
timing then. We kind of had this bye week randomly for an event that may or may not have been canceled, but it works
Uh,
out. Yeah.
yeah.
So you're over there on the East Coast in Duke, North Carolina. I think you guys are like trying to also do like this like local tournament between other North Carolina colleges. Did you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, sure. So, um, we have this tournament between not all North Carolina schools, obviously, but just some that we have context for, on April 1st, and it's being hosted by NC State in Raleigh, and there's no confirmation yet, but it's probably likely that there's going to be players from Duke, UNC Chapel Hill, UNC Wilmington, NC State, and Wake Forest at least, and maybe some more as well. And yeah, thanks for the heads up on Charles. I also reached out to him, so we'll see where that goes in the future as well. But yeah, I think there's definitely sort of this restructuring happening at a lot of clubs. So obviously at our club, this has already started to happen. I think at UNC also, their leadership is aging. So there's a lot of transitions that are happening in North Carolina collegiate chess, but still going pretty well. I think hopefully UNC's doesn't die. So that would be good because they're a very strong team, as you've seen Division Two.
Yeah, we can't let them die. what would you say, since your club, according to you, and I believe you, isn't gonna die? What do you think is the most important things that clubs should be doing to keep it alive? Really having more than one successor. Like, what do you think it is? Because that summer happens, man, and then people come back, and it's a different world.
Yeah. So I mean, the approach that I took, I think the way that I did it was okay, but it definitely could have been better. So my ideal approach was I had known I was going to graduate the semester for a while, obviously. So my ideal possibility would have been to announce the next set of officers right after Pan Am's, so at the very start of the spring semester, and then stay there as like a sort of shadow and let them run the club, but then be there to make sure that they didn't make too many mistakes, and that way that they start to build some independence. I think like the biggest thing is sort of the financial matters. I mean, like all of these people are capable enough in terms of the chess stuff. So the financial stuff is more important in the sense of, okay, do they know how to sign contracts on behalf of the club? Do they know how to fill out all the paperwork that relates to having, a large budget? All the other administrative things you have to do as a club. That's like the biggest stuff, I think. There's a lot of red tape you have to get beyond to be a functioning club. And I would say really the most important thing is redundancy. At least at our club, it's very centered at the top in me. So it makes it harder when that person leaves. There's a big power vacuum. So what I was thinking is just find as many people as you can who are younger and motivated and appear to have the time, and just put them all together, find some role for them, and then hope that they'll figure it out. But definitely have redundancies at every position, because from what I've seen, in general, unless you're someone who just like prioritizes the club over everything else, which I've kind of done, then midterms and other things get in the way, and then you miss deadlines. That can't happen. So in the past, it would be like I could just do all my work and do the chess club, and it'd be fine. But in the future, I'm not sure that would happen, which is why there's going to be so many people involved in the club next year.
Well, you know who doesn't have to take midterms and could run the club for you?
Oh yeah. That's an idea that's been floated out by a lot of people, including our sponsors. They're like, hey, you thought about sort of just staying on and doing something.
Oh, I wasn't thinking of you. I was thinking of Mauricio.
Mauricio.
I saw that comment too. I saw you grinning towards me.
Yeah, we knew it.
I mean, surely you've gotten a lot of help. Mauricio is that East Coast college growth manager. How much has the ambassador program helped your club, and like all that merch is coming from Mauricio, right?
I did not actually know that it was all from Mauricio, but definitely knew.
Well, I mean, he's the East Coast guy. I mean, it's a team effort, but I think Mauricio carries a lot.
I would say this. So definitely Duke has not explored the ambassador program as much as it could. I think the biggest thing that we've seen is the ability to give out diamond memberships. That is probably the most important thing in terms of keeping our casuals engaged. So when we host tournaments that have options for casual players, being able to hand out chess.com diamonds, especially to people who are actually interested in getting better and want to take advantage of the lessons and like the unlimited puzzles and stuff, that's like the most important thing, I think. When we've tried to participate in some of the other contests, there haven't been great reception. That could be poor marketing on my part, but I would definitely say the diamond memberships are very, very useful. So I would say.
What would you say if we offered you guys like cash for Chessable courses?
That would also be very useful, because we right now are paying our own money to get.
Oh, you're paying for Chessable?
Yeah, like we have some club money allocated for that. But
well, did you hear in our Chess Madness competition coming up in like a week, you can actually win Chessable money?
Oh, that's very nice. What I did hear recently was about the partnership between chess.com and Chessable. Like you could sort of create your own course based off of your games. I heard about that. I did not know about this, but this is good to know.
Yeah, this is actually this is like what, our first public announcement about Chess Madness? We just announced it to all the ambassadors like yesterday.
Nice.
So yeah, I don't blame anyone for not knowing, but exclamation point chess madness in the chat if you'd like to see. We basically created this giant bracket of like over 220 schools, and Duke is one of them. So, yeah, did you guys want to go into it a little more? Mauricio?
Yeah, I mean, I would. I mean, so March Madness starts next week, the basketball tournament, and Duke, they've been a perennial power in that tournament, but they've kind of fallen off, and it feels like the chess rise has gone with the basketball decline. So maybe Duke is becoming a chess school and not a basketball school. And as a Michigan State basketball fan, I'm happy with that. I'm in on that. And I think that maybe winning Chess Madness could solidify that as the best chess club in all the world,
In the whole world.
in the whole U.S.
I don't know. I don't think I buy into this whole like inverse relationship between chess and basketball because UCLA is doing very well in both.
I also say that Duke is
Maybe.
not bad this year. I think Duke has actually been quite good this year. Much better than I expected.
Well,
Much better than Michigan
Yeah, they're
State,
all right,
right?
actually. North Carolina are bad. I don't know about much better than Michigan State.
Well, yeah, Naga, do you go to a lot of the basketball games?
I have not been to any of them this year,
Any?
but I did go to some last year.
That's like
it's just-
Duke's thing, right?
Yeah, it is, but it's. I mean, I'm sure you know about the sort of tenting thing for Duke and UNC games. I never got around to doing that, just because it wouldn't bode well for the security of the chess club. So.
Wait, what? What?
I
Yeah,
mean,
chess
you had
club
to like
first.
stay in a tent for like 6 weeks.
Oh,
You
the
can't really do
tent?
chess club. Yeah.
Dude, I
For
didn't.
6 weeks. What is that?
Just to get into the game, you have to camp outside.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. I mean, I'm not about that. I don't know.
I heard about that. You guys take that rivalry a little too seriously, maybe.
I definitely think so. I don't
You
really
agree?
care. I mean, watching it on TV is enough.
What about the Duke
I
versus
mean,
UNC
wait.
chess match?
Is there tension?
That is serious. That is serious.
Would you
That is
stay in a
serious,
tent
yeah.
for that?
Not staying in a tent, but waiting outside for them for 2 hours is it's quite a bit
So,
because they got lost when we did it in November last year.
Really?
Yeah, we did it somewhere on campus that was kind of hidden. It was actually a very nice tournament. So yeah.
Mauricio, when
It
are
was
you
kind of
visiting
hidden.
Duke?
You guys did it on purpose.
Yeah, at some point I'm gonna visit North Carolina. There's a lot of schools within the program in North Carolina, so one of these days, sometime this year for sure.
Really?
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe
Yeah,
maybe in
really.
time for U.S. Amateur Team South or for the North
Totally.
Carolina Championship,
Totally makes sense.
whenever
honestly.
that happens.
That'd be a cool appearance, and I could bring a lot of. I mean, we'll probably provide you guys with a lot of merch either way, but I can definitely pull up with some cool merch.
Yeah.
I would say like purely scheduling wise, if you want just schools from the East, obviously April 1st is better. But from what I'm hearing, potentially Georgia Tech will be coming to the U.S. Amateur Team South. So if you're just looking for collegiate teams in general, 7th through the 9th is a better bet. But yeah,
Well, amateur team though is going to have a lot of like non-college chess clubs.
yeah, definitely. But we're offering discounts for people who are sending college teams. So
Is that is
really?
that like
Nice.
unique to your event? Because I haven't heard of that before.
I think so. Yeah,
That's really cool.
I
Yeah,
sort of pushed for it. So
you know,
Nice.
it's
We
crazy.
love to
Like
hear that.
a lot of colleges compete in these amateur team events, but like it just shows how in demand these team events are in chess. Like Pan Am's obviously is a huge, like really big college chess event. And then there's like really nothing except for these US amateur team events. So maybe
Yeah.
there's like a hole that can be filled with like running college team events. Obviously like that's what we're trying to do with the Collegiate Chess League, but it seems that a lot of teams really like to travel and to compete over the board as well. So
I mean, I've been saying this for a while. I don't know if I've actually told you, but I mean, I don't remember if this was when you guys were with the CEA when they were doing like grand finals for the corporate people. They were doing like in-person finals. I've been saying that should happen. I mean, there's a lot of things about that, like budgetary constraints, planning, like time, and all that stuff. But it should be an option at some point. In the future.
Yeah. It
well,
would be
I
hype.
mean, yeah, since even before I started the CCL, that was what my vision was. I mean, I was heavily influenced by the Pro Chess League. I went to the Pro Chess League finals in 2019, and I remember the St. Louis Archbishops were there, and they had like at least 2 players that were also on the SLU team, and I was like, these college players are pros. Like, why can't they also be competing in like a college league? And so I made the CCL, and it was like, yeah, eventually we want in-person finals. Um, one of these days we'll have the funding for it. I'm sure it's gonna happen. It's just a matter of time. So
Yeah.
Um,
And I'd say also, I don't remember the exact numbers. You must have said this at some point, but there is a huge market in Asia for other teams you can reach out to. And now that I've made this connection with this other, I'm happy to pass that along, but they're very willing to work with Duke in the future. And I'm sure that they'd be willing to join the league. I'm not sure if they even really know about the league. So, but I mean, there's a network there of already like 70 schools in Asia. I don't think any of them are in the league really. So,
well, I know we have some teams from Singapore.
yeah, these are
Uh,
mostly India, I think. Do we have University of Manchester in the league?
no, but
Okay, they're also in this.
we've had like last season for individuals, we had a player from Oxford join, and like we could definitely get. I mean, the thing is with the Collegiate Chess League, it's hard for like international schools to compete with U.S. teams. But one idea that I have is,
Why is it difficult? Actually, I thought that this would be the easiest platform because you can reschedule matches.
yeah, so being able to reschedule is a huge help. But like teams in Australia, for example, I think it's very difficult for them because the reschedule mechanism only works if both teams agree to it. So if a team that's international needs to request to reschedule, the default time is much more appealing to like the US team, but the like reschedule request has to be accepted. So like if they want, it's too inconvenient. I think you kind of have felt this way with like your Chesslers match that you just did in India.
Yeah, yeah,
So even though you're right that teams can reschedule, it's definitely very possible, and it's designed to be as flexible as possible. At the end of the day, it's still pressure on the foreign or international teams to be able to like make up for that time and have to do that consistently every single week. So my idea in the long run is that once we have enough connections overseas and enough teams internationally, they can actually create their own league. We could have like a European league, an Asian league, an Australian league, whatever, and ultimately combine the top teams at the end in like a playoff bracket. Which again, at that point, you would obviously have to deal with like these reschedules and all of that and the timing, but you would narrow it down to like the most dedicated and a lot smaller uh, list of teams, so it'd be more manageable. But yeah, it's just one idea.
yeah, yeah. I mean, that's definitely, I mean, you could do it all in-house in terms of like all of it run through the one umbrella of the Collegiate Chess League. You could also leverage the fact that there are already these existing leagues, maybe not on chess.com, on other platforms. So that could be an issue, but there are already lots of leagues. I know about a league in Australia, actually, which I heard about through this thing, which only has Australian schools, and I'd never even heard of it. They use their like own, don't even remember. It's not League Chess, it's not chess.com, it's like some other strange thing that they
Well,
created themselves.
let me know about that because I know there's an Australian college chess tournament that's coming up that's being organized. I'm in like 2 different Discord servers for just Australian schools. But yeah, I think they have like the worst time zone change to us to like join.
yeah,
But
it's rough for them.
yeah, it's cool that you're connecting with so many other chess clubs like internationally, and I love that so much about the ambassador program in general is like how much we can connect schools and clubs and create all these like collaborations and share ideas and just like paint this bigger picture and really grow this college chess community. So it's really cool to see that you're utilizing that.
Yeah, I mean, thanks for the opportunity. And I think I've already sort of decided. Well, I guess they have to get accepted, but we kind of already know who the next ambassador is going to be. So
Nice.
yeah,
Very cool.
Well, you'll have to introduce them to Mauricio.
yes,
They'll have to get
yes.
through him first.
Well, I mean, you could see them in person if you come out here. So
Oh yeah, yeah, very cool. I'm
That's
excited.
true.
Well,
yeah,
before you go, Naga, maybe you can play Mauricio in a chess match.
Sure.
This is my time to shine.
Alright.
This is
How
my
does
the
portion
chess
of
match?
the-
And
Do
then I also want to talk a little bit more about Chess Madness, and like maybe even go through my bracket predictions. Although
Sure.
Max has told me it'll probably take too long. We got 220 plus teams, but I'm determined.
Oh. Yeah, that is a
Uh,
lot.
All right, so what time control are you guys playing?
Up to
Well,
you, Naga.
Okay, so first of all, how do I do this? Do I just go to chess.com or?
Yes,
Your team
that's
is,
step
Yeah,
one.
Mauricio will challenge you.
Go to
Okay.
chess.com/play/online.
Okay, I normally don't play on a computer, so this should be interesting.
How do you normally play on your phone?
Yeah.
What's up,
You don't
Alex?
play on a computer?
You're a
Dude.
Pokemon genius. I see. All right.
I only play on computer for CCL just because I thought that was a rule. Like at some point, I thought you had to play with the camera and that you had to.
The rules can be confusing. Cameras are just for playoffs for the top 3 divisions. For fair play review.
Okay.
All right, here we go. We've got Master M versus Pokemon Genius.
Here we go.
This is the second ever chess game played on our college chess podcast. Mauricio had
What if
a
this is not actually Mauricio? This is actually just a bot.
Yeah.
Like,
the Mauricio bot.
yeah,
I
and it's just
understand.
like it's using my abilities against me.
Dude, this is some Roy Lopez theory here. I see you're rocking the default profile picture.
5 minutes. Time control. My internet's in a bad place.
Oh, that was kind of bad. I think Night Takes was very good.
You taking notes, Mauricio?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, that was a big blunder actually. Okay, it's fine.
Huh.
I also don't play at this time control ever, so I don't know, but
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
That's how I feel, guys. That's how I feel.
Watch out, Mauricio. He's coming for you. I don't actually think U Chicago's going to win the bracket. I'm not going to lie. Chess Jawa. You're going to have to prove me wrong.
I've got UMass Amherst winning it.
Really?
Yep.
Dude, not Florida Gulf Coast.
I know. And they're upset at me, but realistic.
They're going to have to prove you wrong, too.
I know.
Only one school. I don't know, dude. I think it's going to the West Coast. I'm not going to lie.
I've got West Coast going far in a lot of different sub brackets for sure.
You think
I'm gonna
UMass
make
is-
more. I think I have to make a second prediction. And make it
Second
central
prediction, bro.
focused.
That's not allowed. You can only make one.
Yeah, I think I can only make one. Maybe I should edit mine and make it central focused.
You can edit. When's the bracket's going to be locked in?
So, Steven, your community engagement could definitely be high.
Yeah, I don't like my position at all. That
What
is for
don't you like about it?
My king is just floating about.
Whose problem is that?
No, it's mine.
What you gonna do
Look
about
at-
it?
Look at your advanced pawns.
Yeah, that was a smart move.
We gotta distract Naga.
Yeah, distract Naga with something, but he's not distracted.
Naga, if you lose this match, Mauricio will actually visit your club and send you guys
oh,
more
I
merch.
just resign right now. I'm willing to take the rating hit for that. It should have been something like if you win with more than 2 minutes on your clock left or something, then he'll does it or something. Something that actually incentivizes me to play well.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that was a huge blunder. Rook d6, dude. I almost played rook d6. That was wow. That was nice. Knight takes e4. Damn. Okay. There you go. You gotta be
Dang,
good.
dude, almost got him.
Almost got him. That was a good little trick from Mauricio.
Oh, perpetual. Go back to G2. Always repeat.
Let's see.
Repeat. No.
Oh my goodness, Mauricio, free pawn.
Okay. Let's see.
Free pawns galore.
That seems wrong for some reason.
Never.
Something ain't right.
Although maybe it's not. Maybe that's just winning.
You're winning, Mauricio.
Or wait. Okay, I think I'm probably gonna draw this if I play this badly. Let's see.
Come on, Mauricio.
Oh,
Let's go! You got
That is
him. You
very
got
badly.
No way.
Okay.
All right, now I can't blunder that.
him. Dude.
Not the fork.
Dude,
Dude,
Naga,
Knights,
he
this one-
wants that merch.
Dude, the
real
Knights,
thing-
they're so tricky.
The real thing should be if I still win this. then
All right, let's see. What can I do here?
I still have chances here now. I have chances. Let's see.
No, the same way that knight forked, there's gonna be another fork. I know it.
Dude,
I know it.
how are you expecting to win the Chess Madness bracket if you can't even win against Mauricio?
I honestly don't know. I told you, man. It's the playing on the computer. I don't have my mouse either. So
Oh my goodness, dude.
Oh, on the trackpad.
You
Ooh.
got mouse odds.
oh, okay. That's
Oh, Mauricio! Dude, Max called it.
Dude, Knights.
You got him back,
telling you,
bro. You
Knights,
got him
man.
back. Mauricio,
Knew it
you
was
had
coming.
it, dude. You had it. That was your game.
I know, man.
What happened?
Rough.
Oh my goodness. Naga, you feeling relieved right now?
well, at least I didn't lose on live TV or whatever this is.
This is
I mean,
live
never
on
doubted it.
Twitch.tv.
That's happened plenty of times. I mean, we sort of just cataloged all the Twitch streams from the Collegiate Chess League and put them on our website. And I mean, the amount of times where you just go to my game and it's like, oh, he's dead lost. I'm like, all right, we gotta do something about that.
Yeah, when is Duke gonna start streaming?
I think so the biggest thing is I know you had that sort of streaming workshop at Pan Am's, and I actually wanted to go to that, but I couldn't end up going because my game went too long. But
Well,
yeah.
I'm always happy to set something up, you know.
yeah, so the biggest thing is that
I'm trying to get you to stalemate, Mauricio. Why keep talking? What's the biggest thing?
yeah, so the biggest thing is I sort of put streaming in the same vein as social media. So we just like haven't gotten into that space at all, which is very bad. We're a very social media behind club, I guess.
Do you guys have a social media manager?
No.
That's definitely a position that I think every club should have.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta have.
We're gonna add that because yesterday we actually just ironed out the officer positions, and that was not one of them. So
Oh my goodness. Who came up with the officer positions?
Yeah, you gotta have a social.
Who's
media
responsible for this?
manager. It's
What do you
you.
think?
Oh
What
my
would you
goodness.
Naga,
Naga,
I
I
was-
mean, just like
Decide
to
on.
me, it's like that's not a big deal, but it is.
it
So what did
is,
you
dude.
decide?
It's the
So
future.
what are the different officers then?
There's the
like,
Naga role.
The Naga role.
It's Naga
what
divided
they should
into
call
10
it.
people.
There's
mean,
the Naga
actually,
assistant.
It's basic. It really is that. I mean, because it was really strange because I was going through it and I was like, wait, I did all of these things myself.
Yeah.
I mean, you mentioned that there's going to be redundancy in all the offices, right? So do they all share similar responsibilities just to make sure that they all end up doing the tasks at hand?
Not really. I mean redundancy in the sense that everyone is capable of doing every role, but their assigned officer position is a different thing. So like we have president, VP, CCL representative, competitive team coordinator, casual team coordinator, communications officer, treasurer, tournament planning committee, social event coordinators, graduate student liaison, head of volunteering.
Communications
That's a
sounds like it
lot.
could be both
Wow,
internal but
yeah.
also external through social media, right?
Yeah,
Or
yeah. I
like
guess I didn't think about that. That was
the
not what I was thinking when I wrote that. So
there's
yeah.
that. There's also like the event manager would also maybe be, I mean, putting on events and like managing social media, two very
There's
different
overlap.
things, but there is some overlap, yeah.
Yeah, well, I'll definitely let people know. I mean, not the most savvy person social media wise. I try to stay away as much as possible. So
Hey, Osna with the follow-up from San Jose State. Hello and thank you and welcome. But yeah, Naga, your time here has been very much appreciated. You're definitely one of the more active ambassadors, so it's awesome to have you here and join us and share your wisdom and your experiences. And it sounds like the Duke Chess Club has a bright future. And all thanks to how you've been running it, and hopefully you can like pass the torch on to the next generation of club leaders.
yeah, I mean, I'd love to look back at this stream in 5 years and see that we're competing with Webster. That's the I mean, honestly, the plan was to be that within 3 years from now. So we'll see.
That's huge. Yeah.
That would be dope.
Yeah.
Well, don't want to take too much of your time, but I I can let you go, but I also still want to like do my bracket prediction and talk about
Let's
chess.
do it. Let's do it either way.
I can
Um,
I can stay on for like 10 more minutes. So
is that
Let's do it.
right?
yeah.
Dang. Okay, I'm gonna have to try to. How am I gonna do this? Oh, I already lost you guys. Hold on.
We're already gone.
Are we not live anymore?
No.
No, we're live. We're back. Oh.
All right. Here's a good view of the bracket. I think it's not the
You're about
best
to
view,
do
but it's
come
something.
on.
Am I? All right. I'm just gonna choose UCLA the whole way. How do I do that?
That's all you want to do.
Wait.
Yeah, Duke Love.
You can just drag UCLA.
Here we go. No Duke. Well, when does Duke face against UCLA?
I don't know. Did you do it region based?
Duke is in. Are they in that?
No.
I think they might play UCLA pretty early on. Unfortunately for them.
How are you guys feeling about my? Are you seeing my choices?
Yeah, but you didn't
Houston
pick
or
anyone for the first
Albany?
matchup.
Wait, I don't see anything actually.
This first one, Lafayette.
It's on Twitch. Yeah.
Oh wait. Okay.
I don't know.
There's Duke. We'll go with Duke.
There are over
Dude,
100 matchups you got to pick just in round one.
Naga, you think you guys could compete against UC San Diego? I mean, I have you beating Air Force, but
I mean, if any of these clubs have an active social media, then no.
dang.
I mean, you don't think you can go around and get like the club to vote for you?
I mean, honestly,
30
no.
votes.
Wow.
Because because it's spring break time, right?
So what are you saying? I should have the Air Force Academy beat you guys?
Do they know about it?
I will let them know. They're in the Western region. They're in Colorado, so it's my
We can't see it
responsibility.
anymore either. Yeah, you got to scroll down in your page.
Yeah, I haven't been going. So all right. Michigan Tech versus San Antonio.
That's a San Antonio for me.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Northwestern over Bentley?
I forget what I put.
Portland
actually.
State for sure. That's gonna be an upset over UPenn. We got Merced with a bye. I think Syracuse is gonna win.
Mm-hmm.
You like Valencia, I know, but NYU, I don't know.
Yeah, I've got Valencia. NYU's
These-
got numbers on them, but Valencia's got like some. I don't know.
These are both East Coast schools, so I don't know them as well. How did NYU get so high seeded then? All right, I've Going Riverside.
What are the seedings based on?
Dude.
The first like 30, 40 teams are based on their tier in the college ambassador program, and then the rest of them are somewhat random.
This is gonna be the craziest round 1 matchup. Carnegie Mellon versus Point Park. Like, I cannot believe we paired them in the first.
I've got Point Park on that one actually. It's very close.
What is Point Park? Is that a university?
Yeah, right.
Listen, you might not have heard of Point Park, but they are
You
like,
get some votes.
they're a dark horse to
I
win the whole
trust you.
thing.
Yeah.
Dude, but Carnegie Mellon though, dude.
I know.
We should talk about increasing. I'm pretty sure we're the lowest tier at the ambassador level because I didn't even realize how you ever update your tier. But I'm pretty sure we've met the qualifications.
Dude,
I can tell you.
Maybe not.
Yes, you should be at gold tier.
dude, I'm gonna stick with Carnegie Mellon, dude. They're just,
That's fair. I might change mine honestly.
I don't know, dude. I love
Maybe I
Point
should
Park
change
so
mine.
much. Like, my heart says Point Park, but my brain says Carnegie Mellon. That's just how it's breaking down. Amherst College? That's not UMass Amherst.
No.
So we gotta go Florida State there.
Yeah, it's Amherst College.
Vanguard is huge favorite. Florida Gulf Coast for sure over FIU.
Yeah.
I'm going Wartburg over Penn State. I'm going Berkeley or San Jose State. If Osnut's still in the chat, you guys are playing against UC Berkeley in round 1. I don't think I've told you guys about this Chess Madness bracket, but exclamation point Chess Madness. Dude, Utah versus Cal Poly Slow. Oh man, that's tough. I'm going New Jersey over Fordham.
I might have to log off soon.
Yeah, you can go whenever you want.
Yeah, great hanging with you guys. And Joe, I'll let you know about our
Please,
other
yeah.
tournament commitments.
Yeah,
So we'll figure out playoff
sounds good.
scheduling.
All right, man. Take care.
See ya.
I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
somehow make a scene with just the 3 of us.
Oh shoot! What just happened?
just
Yeah, what is?
we ruined the thing. Hold on.
Oh yeah, now the thing's gonna be ruined. I think. Yeah, and you
What
still
should
have
I-
200 plus
What should I show
selections
all
to
you
go.
guys?
Yeah, we have
Here.
300 viewers right now. Are we on Chess TV right now?
We're on
Very
Chess TV
well
right now.
could be.
What up? Wait, let me see if I can find myself in the screen. Am I over here?
Hold on.
Where am I at?
Maybe I
Wait,
take
it's over
us
by
off.
my arm somewhere.
I can take us off the air.
Might
And
have to
just
go off
do
the air,
this.
bro.
Doing this for now. All right, I'm showing you all my bracket. All right,
I'm
This is-
comparing what you put down.
this is what
side
we're
by
doing.
side.
Old Dominion versus Shippensburg, dude. I'm going ODU. Delaware
Yeah.
over Santa Clara. Sorry, West Coast. Florida Tech over Beacon.
Florida Tech. That's what I got.
Central Florida or British Columbia? I'm going British Columbia.
British Columbia. Yeah.
Wow, dude, even from a Florida boy.
You see, yeah. I mean, British Columbia's got a huge following on socials. You know.
I got Brown. Oh, dude, I want to go. I have to go Edwardsville over Carbon, but I think Carbondale's actually gonna win. No one tell Brody. I'm gonna do it.
Do it.
I'm sorry, Brody. I've just.
Brody's
I don't know,
winning
I
round
don't know,
one,
I
bro,
don't know.
for sure.
Georgia over Illinois Tech. Iowa over Casper. I don't know.
Yeah,
Casper's
Iowa
in
there.
what?
I've got Iowa.
Really? I mean, Casper's my West Coast school, though.
Yeah, I know, but you gotta go.
Gotta
Gotta be
go-
realistic with these.
Well, I don't know okay, I'm going Mississippi State. I'm going Iowa State. Whitewater. Oh, Vermont though is pretty active on Instagram. I don't know about Whitewater.
I went Vermont as well.
Yeah, Vermont there. Wash U in St. Louis. Monroe
I don't know about this one.
over Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about Monroe though, so I'm not sure.
I feel like they're pretty good on social.
All right, deal.
Wesleyan over
I'm-
Bowdoin.
you
I'm
guys are
switching
just
mine.
random. It's all random.
No, I did mine very carefully for like an hour.
For like an hour.
And you'll be so wrong.
Rutgers, Santa Cruz or South Florida? Probably South Florida.
Mauricio,
South Florida.
you've never
Rhode Island. I don't know. These are big toss-ups, you know. MIT over Washington and Lee. I guess. Colorado State or I'll go with McAllister.
Really? Not Colorado State?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Why?
Why?
Well, I talked to the McAllister ambassador a lot,
Okay.
but
Okay.
they're competing in CCL regularly. Colorado State, I don't know, man. How active are they?
Who's the ambassador there? I thought they were active.
That's my region, so I should know.
Yeah, it's got Matt Miller.
BYU or Santa Barbara? Yeah. Tulane for sure over Florida. Florida College is brand new. Sorry about that, but I'm going John Brown over
They
Marshall.
did just request merch for an event though. Florida College is playing USF in an outdoor over-the-board match.
Yeah, they got a new ambassador. They're fresh in the program, but Tulane's got that. I mean, look at the seating. 37 versus 220.
Yeah, but, you know. What about your McAllister pick?
Yeah, I think Colorado State, I mean, they're 69th seed, so that's pretty nice, but it's not as drastic as 37 to 20. All right, I'm going Claremont College. I'm going Mizzou. I'm going Louisiana Tech versus San Fran. I'm going Louisiana Tech. You know, University of San Francisco is run by Paul's Otter. So
Paul's Otters AI.
all right, we're going Sacred Heart over Colgate. We're going Brandeis over McGill. We're going Laterno or Connecticut College. I'm gonna go Laterno. I'm going Northeastern. This is a close seating, 127 versus 130.
Yeah.
That's a real toss up there. All right, UC Davis over Brock, UNLV over Lafayette.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going Colburn over Michigan. This is the biggest upset of round one for sure.
I also chose Colburn.
Dude, let's
I don't know what it
go.
was.
No way, dude. That's impossible.
Dude, I mean, we were just on the UMich Esports Club, but impossible? No way. Colburn, what's impossible is Colburn's seated 226.
Colburn has an Instagram page too, right? Like
They
pretty.
do.
Yeah,
They're way more active on social than you.
they are, right? Yeah.
Let's see, man.
I'll go ahead and. I mean, I want to say Notre Dame, but like, I haven't heard from them in a long time, unfortunately. But I'll stick with them over Flint. I'm gonna go Tufts over Virginia Tech.
Really, I got Virginia Tech over Tufts.
I'm going Oregon State. I'm going, dude, Bennington. I mean, I guess I just default Stanford, but I don't have much faith in Stanford going very far. I'm going Maryland over Nevada. Irvine over DePaul. Yale, of course. Sorry, Mount Sac. Northern Illinois or George Mason?
Dude, I got George Mason here.
Yes, I'm going Northern Illinois.
Who is the ambassador there?
Max? Oh, did we lose Max?
What up?
Is he looking up? Who's your ambassador at NIU?
Oh, where?
NIU, Northern Illinois.
Oh no, it just cut out. Who's my ambassador there? Ace.
I'm going.
There.
Yeah, Ace Frieders.
Yeah, Ace. They're pretty good. I mean, or are they? It's up to you guys.
Oh yeah, I switched mine up. I was convinced.
You can't switch yours.
Yeah, I'll switch mine.
I'm going Alaska over Miracosta. Miami of Ohio or Windsor? I'm going Windsor. All right, North Carolina over Lake Forest. Temple over Union. North Texas, I guess. St.
Oh
Olaf.
you see what Grant just sent us? Oh, actually, it is what it is. I forgot that we're on.
No,
live,
I did
so.
not see.
That's okay. We're live on
We're
stream.
still live, so no comments yet. People that are listening in though, maybe there will be future college and basketball program.
Well, I'm down to I'm just gonna speed run this. All right, Colby. I'm going Colby over Pepperdine. Am I crazy?
No,
No.
I don't think
Oh,
so.
that's a close seeding, anyways. All right, UMBC, Wake Forest, Michigan State, Ottawa, of course.
Whoa! You're speedrunning this. Where are you? You're only
Moravian over Florida Polytechnic. I don't know. Maybe just Florida Polytechnic. Boston College. All right, UW, Arizona, Seattle U, of course. Oregon or Rochester? Dude, I don't know. What'd you put, Mauricio? Rochester?
I put Rochester.
All right, I'm going Oregon. I'm sticking with my.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try, dude. I mean, I'm gonna tell my West Coast peeps to pick it up because I want them to beat you guys. I'm going Bucknell over Stevens.
Yeah.
Georgia State, I guess.
I put Appalachian State actually. Yeah.
But doing, I guess, North Dakota.
I put North Dakota.
Chapman, of course.
Yep.
Way better than Texas Tech.
Now, did he put Humber or Pace? I took a gamble here and put Pace.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know these. I'm going Pace too.
You got chess ring there,
Okay. Liberty. I'm going Liberty. I got faith in Moon Warrior. North Carolina State over Stony Brook? Dude, I don't know. I feel like Stony Brook could upset NCSU. Like, how did NCSU... I need to know Max's bracket seating. William Mary or Cincinnati? I'll go William Mary. Call me crazy. I'm doing Louisville over Oklahoma. I want to do shoot. What's up, headbands? We're doing SLU. I guess I don't know. I feel like Utah State could upset SLU. I believe it. All right, we're doing it. Okay, Boston over Kent, of course. Mississippi. We're going Rice or SFSU. That's a big one too. Akron for the last one. I guess I'm gonna stick to my West Coast peeps. I'm gonna try my best to do that.
That's what your new strategy is now?
Cal State Northridge. They had a bye. They're gonna beat Ole Miss. I think Boston will beat Utah though. U Chicago over Louisville. Shout out to Cheshawa. We'll go with. Dude, do I stick with Stony Brook over William and Mary? Yeah. Pomona or Liberty? I'm gonna stick with No, we'll do Pomona for West Coast. We'll do Chapman, of course. Wilfrid Laurier. I'm gonna stick with Chapman. Cal Poly Pomona. I'm jumping the gun a little bit here. Thank you guys for the way, for sticking with me.
Good.
Bucknell,
I told you it was gonna be too many picks. But my internet's in a bad place right now.
Stick with Baylor. Seattle, of course. Milwaukee or UW? Dude, I want to see the Seattle versus UW matchup. I think that'd be pretty hype. I got Seattle taking that. Boston College over Florida Polytechnic. I don't know if Florida Polytechnic will know. This is the Florida versus Boston matchup that Mauricio would know.
I know. And Florida's got a really good ambassador, but Boston College has been very active on social media. So I'm going to go Boston. I went Boston College on that one.
Do you have UMass meeting Ottawa?
Yeah, I do.
Nice, dude. Me too. All right. I don't know St. Olaf that well. I'm going to go Marquette, I think. Clemson. Oh, Temple versus North Carolina is a big one. I'm going to stick with Cornell.
You got to go with UNC, man. Temple?
UNC? I don't know, dude.
UNC is active.
What about
I mean,
Temple?
Temple's also active. I just
I'll
at
stick
that
with
point, I'm
Temple.
going eating.
Howard, Ohio State, Harvard, or Caltech. I don't know, dude. We're going West Coast. Chaffee versus Illinois. All right, we're going Illinois. Yale for sure. Indiana over Irvine. That's what my gut is telling me. I want the West Coast to win so badly, you guys. But I'm going Indiana. I'm going Nah, let's stick with Stanford. Oregon State over Purdue. Let's do it. I'm crazy. I'm very biased if you guys can't tell. Tufts over at Notre Dame. Colburn for sure. Colburn like all the way, dude. UNLV, Arizona State, of course. That's huge. I'm going ASU versus Colburn. Brandeis, Buffalo. They're pretty high seeded. Mizzou or Louisiana Tech? I'll do Louisiana Tech. I think Waterloo's gonna beat Claremont. I'm sorry. Waterloo's pretty high up there. Tulane, Cal State Long Beach. That's a tough matchup. McAllister over MIT. I think.
And spreading back.
UT Austin.
Oh.
Rutgers or South Florida? This is just the podcast at this point. This is the whole stream.
Yeah, I mean, I told you that it was so many picks and it would take forever, but you didn't listen to me. Now you have to make your picks.
You're
I
right.
picked Georgia Tech.
I'm going Vermont. Iowa State or Mississippi State? I'll do Mississippi State. Georgia. Brown. British Columbia. Dang. Dude, I'll go. All right, British Columbia. USC, of course. I think USC is going to go far. To Delaware. LSU. Dude, the bracket's so tough on some schools and like way easier on others, I think. Texas A&M. Vanguard, big time. Virginia, Vanguard. Florida, sorry, Loyola. Carnegie Mellon versus Florida. Dude, I feel so bad about Carnegie Mellon and Point Park. That's just crazy.
Our Carnegie Mellon in shambles about it. They're going to lose in first round. You're going to be sick.
Dude, Duke or San Diego? What do I do?
You gotta go Duke, man. We just met with Duke.
I don't. But I'm a San Diego guy. I've visited them. Naga didn't even know about this thing.
I put Duke over San Diego, but then I got UM beating Duke. I put UM over Houston and all that.
All right, let's see what I got going on here. Vermont or Monroe? I'm a believer in Vermont, dude. I don't know. Georgia Tech. UT Austin. Buffalo or Brandeis? It's close. I'm gonna go Brandeis. Going to Oregon State. We're sticking with Oregon State, guys. Indiana or Yale? That's big. I gotta go.
That's a tough one. I think I might have gone Indiana there.
Do you have these two teams meeting? Indiana or Yale? I'm gonna go Yale. Sorry, Hoosiers. Alex was in chat earlier.
Look at that. Liberty saying that we should have prizes for predictions on the Discord.
Ohio State or Howard? That's a tough one too.
Max, I'm sorry for calling you out. Subject to change.
Yeah,
Guys,
right.
Ohio
Yeah.
State or Howard?
You gotta take ownership, man.
Going Howard.
That's your prediction.
U Chicago over Boston U. San Fran State.
I mean,
U
I don't know if
Chicago.
Jawa's got the pull for that, but we're gonna
Chapman.
find out.
Seattle UMass. Cornell over Clemson. Let's go with Howard. Let's go with Yale. Sorry, Oregon State. Dude, I'm gonna go with ASU over Colburn. Good run for Colburn, but it ends there. We're going Tulane over Austin. We're going Waterloo over Brandeis. We're going Georgia Tech over Vermont. We're gonna go USC over Georgia Tech. We're going Berkeley and Vanguard. We're going Vanguard over Berkeley.
Now what are you in? You're almost to the Sweet 16.
Merced, UCLA, of course. UCLA beats Vanguard. Although that's gonna be a tough one. I'm not gonna lie. I think Vanguard's gonna do well. USC over Georgia Tech. Waterloo over Tulane. USC. Arizona State.
USC UCLA Final Four matchup seems like
Howard
a
or
common one.
Cornell? We'll stick with Howard. Oh my goodness, you guys. I'm gonna go with Seattle over UMass. Sorry. Chapman over Chicago. We're gonna stick with Chapman. And we're gonna stick with ASU. And we're getting to the end here. UCLA over USC. I mean, of course, like that's probably the most lopsided matchup in the whole bracket. And we'll go with ASU and UCLA. You know my bracket's bad when it's the number 1 seed versus number 2 seed in the championship match. So, all right, how do I submit this? I have to go all the way to the
At the
bottom.
bottom, name it
Tournament
and
winner,
pick your
UCLA,
champion.
prediction title,
Yeah.
the commissioner's bracket. Submit. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is it for us. So yeah. Thank you all for being here. Apologies that the camera's broke.
Let's see how the bracket goes.
My prediction has been submitted. All right. So what do I get if I win?
If you win, you get diamond memberships chess.com.
Yo, Max has Howard University beating USC.
I know, Max does have Howard University all the way,
Wow. No loyalty to the Central region.
It's subject to change.
Not a single Central region in the top 4.
Let's see if that changes.
Max is in his Central channel saying Joe is talking trash about about Central, but
yeah, my final 4 is like all West Coast. UCLA versus USC and Arizona State versus Chapman.
I've got UNC and UMass at the end. Not at the very end, and Syracuse.
All right. Well, that's it from us today for this podcast. This is our longest podcast episode, but we do have this Chess Madness bracket coming out, so expect big things coming up. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time. This weekend's a bye week for CCL, so I don't know. There will definitely be still be streams, but not as much. But yeah, I'll see you all then.
All right.
Thanks, everyone. Stick around for the raid.
All right. Are we?
No, we're still on because my break scene's weird. And you know what? We'll just go to the broken break scene. That's fine. All right. Bye, everyone.